Hello everyone, welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. My name is Denise. The title of the video is How to Get Over Your Ex. A lot of us are not over our ex. It was like 30 years ago. Ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, the first love of your life, your first sexual encounter. You may have gotten pregnant, had the baby, have gone on to bigger and better things, greater things. The child or children are now grown and doing well. You did well. Give yourself a pat on the back. And I know in many instances it wasn't easy, but you got through it. So, how to get over your ex? First of all, you have to decide that it's over. And if you need to have a discussion with the person, because we're mature adults, we can have conversations. It's not working. It's time for me to move on. We've come to the end of our road. Remember that Boys to Men song? We've come to the end of the road and we can't let go, but you're going to let go. And the sooner that you can do that, the better. So how do you do that? Usually it's a mature adult conversation. Depending on how long you've been together, it can be very difficult. You might have to cry, scream into a pillow, punch the pillow, and, beat up on yourself for a little bit, not a lot, for a little bit. And then you begin to feel lighter and happy that you did it. So how many of you, I know many of you can relate to this, you're in a relationship, you're bonded to him, but you know that you have to move on. And no matter how much you know that it is time to move on, you are crying, mucus is coming out of your nose, and you're like dreading the conversation. And when you do, he's already moved on because he got somebody new, because he probably was seeing her while he was with you, knowing that he's just going to ride it out until you decide that you have had enough. And so, maybe a week, 2 weeks, you're crying and doing all of that. And then you go to your journal. I have them on Amazon. You go to your journal and you start writing out the things that was wrong with the relationship, what he did, he said, he said, he did. And then you turn the spotlight on yourself and you say, this is what I did. These were the warning signs. These were the red flags that I passed. These are the yellow caution signs that I ignored. And then when it was all so clear, I still stayed longer than I needed to or should have. But the thing about knowing when to call it quits is that you don't call it quits until you've had enough. For some of you, that might be years, and for others, it might be months. We are all on this hypergamous journey, walking at our own pace. We have lessons to learn. We have self-esteem to rebuild or build higher or reinforce. We're all on it at a different pace. But the thing is recognizing that you deserve better. And the sooner you can get out, the better. So you have the conversation with him. You cry. And you take as long as you need. I give myself, depending on how long, but the last relationship was a year. So it didn't really take me long to recover because I didn't sleep with him. And when you're bonded to a person in that way, who knows how long that's going to take? Who knows how long that is going to take? To me, the bounce back was pretty quick. What I recommend is once you discover that the man doesn't want a relationship of any kind and you do, just date him along with others, because more than likely you're not the only one he's dating. He's dating other women as well. So there's nothing wrong with that. We tend to think that we should be only focused in on one man, and some women do that. I've tried that. That doesn't work for me. So you are dating more than one man. You're not sleeping with them or anything. You're just going on dates and trying to find the one or attract the one for you. You're going on dates after you've cleared yourself up. You're writing about it. You're seeing a therapist if you need to. You're writing down what your standards are because you can't remember them when you are just starting out with some standards. You can't remember them. So it's easy to go back into your same behaviors, accepting the same stuff that you were accepting before you decided that you were going to date differently. So write down what your standards are, your basic minimum requirements, For me, a home, a house, retirement account, and health. He has to be healthy. And at this age, I'm about to be 64, men have stuff. We have stuff. Thank God I don't have any of the chronic diseases and things that, hypertension, diabetes. I'm healthy and I try to eat right. I'm not successful all the time, but I do watch my weight. I exercise a little bit and just try to keep myself at a good weight where I feel comfortable about the way I look, and read and learn new things. I'm very curious about life and how I can better my life and how I can be a better person. So that's a way too to get over your ex. The best thing you can do about getting over your ex is focusing on yourself and the things that you did to contribute to the relationship outcome. What did you do to contribute to the relationship outcome? And it could have been accepting him into your life when you should know that you should not have, not listening to your intuition, giving other people's opinion more authority in your life than your own. That's another thing that women tend to do. Oversharing with your girlfriends about the relationship. What I've discovered is that most of my girlfriends are in relationships that I wouldn't want to be in. So sometimes sharing information with them, they don't give the best feedback. And then I have some married people in my family, and when I look at some of their relationships, I don't want that kind of marriage either, where it's like the woman is overdoing it, or the woman is so masculine that she's overdoing it. So it's like one woman, they're so submissive that it's like a doormat, and she seems to be more into him than he is into her. Or maybe he's showing it differently that I really can't see. So I can't really judge too much, in all fairness, but it just looks like it's a little bit much. But I see a pattern. So even though I'm not there and going through everything they go through, but I see a pattern. So what I find is that from the outside, the best marriages are where the wife is just really soft. The way the wife is really soft. I'm not saying it's perfect, but that man really, really cares about his wife, really loves her, and thinks that she is a delicate flower. Yeah, that's what I want. Where he thinks I'm a delicate flower, that he realizes that his life is so much better with me than without me. Yeah. So let's just sit with that for a minute. That made me smile, where my husband thinks that his life is better with me in it than without it. And anytime a man can walk away, or and you know, you break up with him and he's like, okay, cool. Yeah, he doesn't feel that way about you. And really, when you look at it, you were the one that was holding the relationship together. You were the one that was holding the relationship together. And I'm not talking about one-sided relationships now, where it's he's doing all the doing and the giving and you're not. I'm not talking about those guys. Because we can have moments in our relationships where one partner is giving more than the other. And then, you know, somewhere down the road, it eases where the one who was doing all the receiving is now doing a lot more giving. And so it's a seesaw kind of wavy kind of thing that goes on. And so, yeah, so that's just like my take on how to get over your ex. I had it written down over there. That's why I'm looking. That's my take on how to get over your ex, is that recognize it's time to go, have the conversation, cry, detox, do whatever, and then throw the attention on yourself. Take accountability for the decisions that you made and things that you did in the relationship. Make a promise and commitment to yourself to do better, and then start working on yourself, your traumas, your triggers, your body. If you need to lose weight, eat better, you know, take care of your hair, your skin, because as we age, and I can attest to this, I've just experienced how my skin has changed over the years. My hair has changed over the years. I have more lines, and especially these deep smile lines here. And I'm embracing it. I'm trying to look the best I can at whatever stage of life that I'm in. And like my mother used to say, I have more years behind me than I have in front of me. So yeah, and it's all good. It's just recognizing where you are in your life and putting that focus and energy on yourself rather than on the ex or what he did to you. Concentrate on what you did and what you're going to do differently moving forward. Write down your standards if you can't remember them. In the beginning, I think that most of us cannot remember what we're doing when it's something new and it's an infant in our life. So write down your standards, and when you meet men or women for that matter, because these are about establishing boundaries for you, read it over. Post it in the bathroom, on the bathroom mirror, maybe on every mirror in every room, wherever you frequent the most. Usually for us it's the bathroom, or your vanity, or anywhere. If it's, you know, everywhere all over the house, do that, because we need constant reminding that we are wonderfully made, that we are wonderfully made. We are wonderfully made just as we are. And the more that you can get into your style, what makes you feel beautiful and comfortable, the more confident you can make decisions about who to let into your life and who to keep walking past, or saying thank you but no thank you, and feeling beautiful and confident about yourself. Beautiful and confident about yourself. And also get a hobby. Don't let your hobby be meddling in your children's business and trying to figure out who they're dating and what they're doing in their life. Get a life of your own, and then your children won't be rolling their eyes when you call. Like, oh, here she come again. She gonna be asking me what I'm doing. They won't be asking you that. So anyway, come out February 15th to the Coffee Social. I'll put the link in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.